What's up YouTube, this is MathWiz97 and welcome to episode number 5 of my WWE 2K16 universe mode. And here we are with Monday Night Raw, and as you can see we're kicking the episode off. Dean Ambrose makes his in-ring return. And we also see the team of Edge and Christian, or should I say just Edge, defeated Kane in singles competition. We have the final of our Divas Championship Battle Royal qualifying matches, as it will be Layla making her return, taking on Nikki Bella, who will have Brie in her corner. As well as that, 4 women who are already qualified to compete in that match. It was Natalya and Emma defeating Naomi and Tamina Snuka in tag team action. And the super athlete Rusev defeats Damien Sandow. And in the main event, Seth Rollins is going to go one-on-one with Ryback. And this is going to be a big matchup because if Ryback wins this match against Seth Rollins tonight, he will be the #1 contender, the official #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. And I think it's about time. Ryback, he has been on a path of destruction as of late. I mean, take you back to Payback, he defeated Rusev, Money in the Bank, he defeated Christian. He may have had that one slip up against Edge, but really ever since losing to Titus O'Neil at Extreme Rules in his rematch for the Intercontinental title, Ryback has, he's really regained himself and he's really been able to push himself to the top here on Monday Night Raw. So I think it's only fitting that if he can beat Seth Rollins tonight, that he gets that World Heavyweight Championship match. I mean, currently looking at the other superstars who we got, I mean, Edge and Christian, they've had their shots. Now they have to wait till Ziggler loses the title because they've been given so many opportunities already. So it's almost like it's the perfect time for Ryback to step up. We saw the likes of Christian and Edge really take control of the World Heavyweight Championship title picture really ever since WrestleMania. I mean, Christian and Edge were battling against Ziggler for quite some time. First it was Christian, then Edge. And anyways, I kind of lost my train of thought there. But we're going to focus now on this matchup, as it is the in-ring return of Dean Ambrose. The last time we saw Dean Ambrose compete in the ring was prior to Payback, the main event right before Payback, where the Usos defeated Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose in tag team action. And of course, we all know what happened after that. Seth Rollins absolutely snapped, attacking Dean Ambrose with steel chairs and curb stomps. It was not pretty, let me say that, folks. And speaking of not pretty, here comes Adam Rose, who looks as though he hasn't slept in, he didn't really get a very good night's sleep last night. And maybe even for the past, month, because, I mean, heck, to be fair, Adam Rose, he did kind of get pedigreed by the boss, Triple H. So, I mean, if I'm, Adam Rose, he really got put in a very tough situation a few weeks ago on Monday Night Raw. Triple H competing in the ring, making an in-ring return as he prepared to face Seth Rollins at Money in the Bank. Adam Rose, really, I mean, what could you do? You're fighting the COO of the WWE. Can you really try to fight back? Or, I would hate to be in Adam Rose's situation for a match like that. I mean, that's your boss, so you gotta kind of watch what you do, but at the same time, you really don't want to, job out to anybody. But, I mean, Adam Rose, really a very tough situation for him a few weeks ago. Oh, now look at this, just taking out his frustrations on Dean Ambrose with a cheap shot there. But Ambrose, he's having none of that, as Dean Ambrose launches himself at Adam Rose, and right there, just pummeling him with those closed fists, as now he stomps him in the gut and kicks him square, almost square in the face, maybe more towards the chest of Adam Rose. And Ambrose now stamps him with an elbow, perhaps a bionic elbow, paying homage to Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, and now drops an elbow of his own to the chest of Adam Rose. And now there's a knee to the gut. Dean Ambrose stomping away at Adam Rose. So it's all Dean Ambrose in the early stages of this one. And Adam Rose, I mean, really, what kind of a state of mind would Adam Rose be in at this point? I mean, like I said, taking that loss to Triple H a few weeks ago, and, now he's got this tag team going with with Fandango, I should say, and they haven't really had too much success to this point. So I don't really know what Adam Rose's mindset could be at the moment. But look at this. A spinning fisherman neckbreaker taking down Dean Ambrose. but certainly a victory over the returning Dean Ambrose tonight would be a big one for Adam Rose. A good way to try to move himself up on the card here. Ambrose with a European uppercut, though. He's back in this thing. And here comes Ambrose with the strikes, the punches, the headbutts. And now he backs Adam Rose into a corner. Body shot there. And now he hooks him. He's perhaps looking for a tornado DDT right there. And Adam Rose gets his skull planted into the mat. Oh, and Dean Ambrose, he pulls the trigger. He's looking to finish this one off for good. As Ambrose with a huge clothesline off the ropes. Taking down Adam Rose. And Adam Rose, you can see right now, he is in a very bad way. Dean Ambrose has just gained control in this matchup, and he's not looking to let go anytime soon. Oh, wait, Adam Rose with a counter. As he takes Dean Ambrose down to the mat. Look at this, scoops him up. Michinoku driver. And he hooks the leg. Could this be it? 1, 2, no, a kick out before even a 2 count by Dean Ambrose. And you can see right now, Ambrose now, it was that move caught him off guard. Dean Ambrose doesn't know how to react. But right now, here he comes. Adam Rose, backed up against the ropes. Oh wait, Rose with a counter, nice elbow right to the face. Oh wait, never mind. Forget the counter, Dean Ambrose is back into it with that rebounding clothesline. But look at this, Adam Rose is back to his feet. Here comes Adam Rose with the forearms to the face. Ducks underneath a clothesline. Ambrose bouncing off the rope. Spinebuster from Adam Rose. And look at this. Adam Rose is firing up the comeback here. He backs Ambrose into a corner. And he stomps away now at Dean Ambrose. Adam Rose, you can see just the frustration of the past month or so. Just unleashing it on Ambrose tonight. That's a 2 count and a kick out by Dean. Dean keeps himself alive in this matchup. And Adam Rose, you can tell, you can see the look on his face. He is frustrated. He does not know what he has to do to put away Dean Ambrose. Neckbreaker by Ambrose. And he takes Adam Rose down. Dean Ambrose now on the offensive once more. And of course, this matchup tonight, Dean Ambrose looking to send a message to Seth Rollins. He wants to show Seth Rollins that he can still go. That, the attack from Seth has done nothing to Ambrose. Look at this, planting him with a face buster. And Dean Ambrose, it doesn't seem as though he's lost a step since being out of action for about almost 2 months. And now Dean Ambrose, look at this. He's got a submission hold applied here, almost an Ambrose stretch. And Adam Rose is forced to submit. Adam Rose taps out. Dean Ambrose picks up the victory with that Ambrose stretch of his. And Adam Rose, really, he had nowhere to go. Couldn't reach the ropes. He had no choice but to tap out. And Dean Ambrose, he gets the win tonight. And he sends a direct statement to Seth Rollins. See you at SummerSlam, Seth. Dean Ambrose, a very triumphant return for the Lunatic Fringe. And perhaps he could attain his vengeance at SummerSlam. But we still have 2 weeks to go yet. Dean Ambrose, he's going to have to hold on till then. But I don't know if Dean is going to be able to wait till SummerSlam. He might be... I don't know, we could see perhaps something break down between Seth and Dean before then. But we'll have to wait and see how things progress from here on out. As we move on now to another matchup that could have implications for SummerSlam. This is to determine the final of 6 competitors in the Divas Championship Battle Royal set to take place at SummerSlam. We, of course, already know that Paige, Emma, Natalya, Tamina Snuka, and Naomi will be competing in that Battle Royal for the Divas Championship. This is to determine the 6th and final participant in that match. Question is, will it be this woman, the returning Layla, or will it be the half of the Bella Twins that has yet to win a Divas title? Will it be Nikki Bella? I guess we're going to find out in just a few moments, as here comes Twin Magic, the Bella Twins, making their way down to the ring. Of course, Brie Bella set to be at ringside for this one. Nikki Bella competing tonight, looking to perhaps win her first Divas Championship at SummerSlam. Brie Bella, of course, won her first title back at Elimination Chamber when she defeated Summer Rae and AJ Lee in a triple threat. But then Brie Bella, she went on to lose the title. She held it for a little while. She got her WrestleMania moment, but she went on to lose it to Paige at Extreme Rules, which was unfortunate for Brie Bella, a very short-lived title reign. But now perhaps Nikki Bella looking to get some revenge for her sister's loss. If Nikki Bella could win the Battle Royal, and once again a Bella could take the title away from Paige. But that's if Nikki Bella can get through Layla tonight. We haven't seen Layla since TLC, when, well, the TLC pre-show, when she came out and, you know, raised the arm of Caitlyn, the then Divas Champion. And we haven't seen Caitlyn since she lost the title on the Superstar Special, which followed just the night after TLC. And, you know, some people perhaps thought that maybe Caitlyn, when she went down with an injury, Layla perhaps could have been involved in that whole situation. We thought it was kind of odd that she just came out at TLC and raised Caitlyn's arm. I mean, we hadn't really seen any sort of affiliation between the two, but I really think that's jumping to conclusions. I mean, I just can't see that happening. I mean, it's, you know, I don't even know where people got that idea from. Like, it's been a rumor just sort of floating around, and I don't really see much substance in that. I mean, I could see the possibility, but I don't think Layla swings that way. I think Layla, she, you know, I don't really think that she would stoop so low as to, you know, attack Caitlyn backstage or whatever the case may be, attack anyone really. I feel like she is a very fair competitor in the ring. As you can see right now, she's looking to punish Nikki Bella. Layla, of course, she has to show that she has not lost a single step here in Universe Mode. You know, it has been, of course, since TLC that we last saw her, and even back before then when she last competed in the ring. But it's nice to see Layla's back. You know, we haven't seen her in quite some time. Whereas the Bella Twins, they've been here. They've been building themselves up towards this potential Divas title shot. As, you know, Brie Bella perhaps a bit, what's the word I'm looking for? A bit disappointed that she was not included in this whole string of qualifying matches. You know, perhaps Brie Bella thinks it was a bit unfair that Tamina and Emma were both given the opportunity to just, you know, just be in the Battle Royal. Oh, nice counter there by Layla, countering what looked to be an attempted two-handed choke slam into an arm drag. And now look at Layla with the head scissors takedown. That'll make you dizzy. And now Layla to the top rope. Look at Layla. She's not holding anything back. A leg drop from the top. Apologize for that. My voice is still a little not really fully recovered, but I'm doing much better than I was the other day, so that's good. We're able to get through this thing. It's now drop kick right to the back of Nikki Bella. But as I was saying, you know, I can understand Tamina Snuka. She was the former Divas Champion. She has a rematch clause. You know, it's her right, so her being in the Battle Royal makes sense. But perhaps Emma, I mean, she was in the Triple Threats, but to just kind of put her into that match, you know, maybe perhaps Brie Bella doesn't agree with Paul Heyman's decision. Because, I mean, you know, she was the #2 contender at the time, but perhaps Brie Bella feels as though she should have faced Emma to determine who would qualify to be in the match. And, you know, that's a fair point to make. I mean, Emma, she technically wasn't the Divas Champion. She didn't really have any right to just be in the match. But I feel as though Emma's a skilled enough competitor that if the two should have faced off, I think Emma definitely could have held her own. She could have had a very good chance of getting in the Battle Royal regardless of who she faced. And she really is one of our top competitors at the moment here in this division. So I feel like Emma, her being in the Battle Royal is completely warranted. I feel as though she has done enough to earn that spot. Although, you know, Brie Bella might disagree. Nikki Bella now coming up the steel steps, looking to get back in the ring. Elbow right to the face of Layla. And now Nikki to the top rope. Look at this. Crossbody. Crossbody by Nikki Bella. Taking down Layla. I apologize for that again, folks. As now look at this. Nikki Bella's got her Bella Buster. Bella Buster to Layla. And that could finish her off as Nikki hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. No, wait a minute. Layla is not done just yet. She's got more left in the tank. It's going to take more than a Bella Buster to finish off Layla tonight. As look at this now, Nikki going for a neck breaker, a counter by Layla. And look at this. Layla pushes her off, and a huge kick. Huge kick right to the skull of Nikki Bella. Layla hooks the leg, but Brie is up on the apron. And the referee distracted by Brie Bella. Oh, and she's not dealing with this. Look at this. Layla with that head scissors yet again. Looking to take down Brie Bella, keep Brie out of this matchup. And Nikki Bella now going to the outside. Look out, Layla. Oh, well, Nikki Bella, she's having none of that. Slamming Layla right into the LED board here at ringside. And Nikki Bella, she is not going to let Layla get away with attacking her sister. It almost seems as though that's just fired Nikki up now. Although Brie Bella, she perhaps saved Nikki from losing this matchup, and now Layla bouncing skull first off the ring post. And this is just a vicious attack right now by Nikki, now sending her crashing into the apron. Nikki Bella just relentless right now. And oh my god! What an elbow right to the jaw of Layla, and she is out of it. That knocked her out cold. She's not conscious. Layla, she's down and out. And now look at Nikki Bella just laying on the insults, making the loser taunt, and now she wins. Nikki Bella wins via count out. And my god, what an elbow that was. I think even if it was starting at the count of 1, I don't think Layla could have made it back in after an elbow like that. That was vicious. That was ferocious. That was tenacious. My god, what a move by Nikki Bella there to just... There was no coming back from that. Even if Layla somehow managed to get back in the ring, there's no way she could have won this match. So that's a big victory there for Nikki Bella, but of course, you have to give the assist to Brie, because Brie Bella, she perhaps saved Nikki Bella from being pinned in this matchup after that huge roundhouse kick. I'd say that's a pretty dominant return for Layla. She showed that she can still hang with some of the best here in this Divas division, but then again, the numbers game, it just played against her tonight, and that's unfortunate. We could have seen Layla perhaps get back in the saddle, get back in a Divas Championship match, but it was not to be. It was not meant to be. Because now we're going to move on to the main event. This one, well, another match booked by Shane McMahon, as Seth Rollins is going to be taking on the big guy, Ryback. And really, ever since last week, Seth Rollins, you can tell, he's visibly shaken up. He might come out here tonight and put on, his arrogant act that he typically does, but I don't think there's much substance behind that at the moment. He's got to be a little concerned about Dean Ambrose. I mean, Seth Rollins, he thought he finished Ambrose off for good, but then last week, here comes Ambrose back like a phantom just to haunt Seth Rollins. And especially after that grueling match with Triple H at Money in the Bank, Seth Rollins, he must have thought that, he was done. He was done with the McMahons. Once he beat Triple H, who is the COO, I mean, Vince is gone, Steph is gone, now Triple H is gone. Seth thought he was probably done. And he thought maybe he was just going to get a nice month of luxury, just relishing his victory over Triple H. But that's not going to happen. Not on Shane McMahon's watch. And now because of that, Seth Rollins is going to be competing in 2 matches at SummerSlam. And you can see, I just want to point something out right now. Ryback making his way down to the ring. And he's not doing his usual shtick where he comes out, feed me more. No, he knows he's got Seth Rollins not at 100%. Whether that be physically or mentally. I mean, I don't think Seth Rollins is at 100% in either category. And Ryback, he seems... Oh, look at this. Seth Rollins trying to get out of dodge. Oh, but wait, no. He's just suckered Ryback in. Oh, but Ryback, he's not going to let that happen. He's played that game before. Christian tried to do the same thing at Money in the Bank, ducking outside of the ring. But it doesn't work. That's not going to work with Ryback. Oh, wait. Rollins with a shoulder block. Taking down the big guy. And there's a standing moonsault right there. Or a standing shooting star press, I should say. As Seth Rollins, you can see, he suckered Ryback in there. And Rollins, he can't, he can't just have a head-on attack on Ryback. That's not going to work. You're not going to be able to outpower this man. You gotta use strategy. You gotta use your speed, your quickness, your agility. Do something. But Seth Rollins there, you saw Ryback threw him over there, and he collapsed onto the ramp there. I can barely talk right now. I'm still getting over being sick, guys, so bear with me here a little bit if I'm stumbling a little bit, but my brain is just kind of like blah right now. As we see now, Ryback with a submission hold applied, he's just clawing into that shoulder, that collarbone of Seth Rollins. Going after those pressure points, and that's definitely not going to be very pleasant for Seth Rollins, as there's a kick to the gut as Ryback backs into a corner here. And this is Seth Rollins, this is his time, that's what he's got to do. He's got to prevent Ryback from utilizing his strength, his power. Look at this! A swanton bomb off the second rope right onto the lower back of Ryback. And now Seth Rollins with the strikes. Again backing Ryback into a corner, but there's a counter. Ryback now, look at this. Big punch to the skull of Seth Rollins. And I know I've talked a lot about Seth Rollins, but how about Ryback? He has been on a pretty good winning streak as of late. Despite losing the #1 contenders match to Edge following Payback, you know, other than that, Ryback he's been on a good I can't talk. He has been winning his matches. I mean, that was really the only thing the only match I can think of since really he came over to Raw. He did lose to Titus O'Neil at Extreme Rules, but other than that, Ryback has been pretty good. He's been pretty consistent with those victories. So I really don't see anybody else at the moment who could challenge Dolph Ziggler for that world title. I mean, Seth Rollins, he probably would have been my next candidate, but now he's already booked into a match with Shane and Dean Ambrose, so I highly doubt that Shane McMahon is going to let Seth Rollins get a world title shot. And then, of course, we also have to think about Kane being in Shane's back pocket. You know, even once Shane, it appears as though he's not going to be here very long. Oh, wait, roll through. Oh, a super kick right to the face of Seth Rollins. Very innovative offense there as he hooks the leg. 1, 2, not even a 2 count. Ryback kicks out. But Shane McMahon seems as though he's not going to be here for an extended stay. Seems as though he's just here for SummerSlam, and then he might be out of here. And, you know, Shane, he's got other obligations. I understand that. He's doing it, you know, it's enough that he's here to try to, you know, he's trying to defend the honor of the McMahon name, try to, you know, teach Seth Rollins that you can't just cross the boss and get away with it. There are consequences. And, you know, as, you know, the McMahons, as, you know, leaders of this company, you know, you have to set a good example for these superstars, the people on your roster. As Ryback, oh, wait a minute, counter by Seth. Ryback was looking for a meat hook clothesline, and Seth thinks he's done. He thinks he's got this all wrapped up, but Ryback kicks out again at 1. And we've seen from the past in Ryback that he can take a lot of punishment. If any of you remember Night of Champions in 2K14, Ryback kicking out of 3 kill switches when he went on to retain the Intercontinental title against Christian. Of course, Ryback, you know, he can take a lot of punishment. And we saw when Edge defeated him to become the #1 contender for Money in the Bank, Edge had to hit 2 spears, one of them being off the top rope, just to keep Ryback down. Seth Rollins, he's going to have a tough time keeping the big guy, you know, keeping him caged. As we see now, another deadlift powerbomb by Ryback. And that just shows you the strength that Ryback possesses. As he's looking to go to the second rope, well, it's not too often we see Ryback fly, and that's why. That's why we don't see it very often. Oh, wait a minute, but now he's in prime position. Seth Rollins curb stomp. Curb stomp by Seth Rollins, and that is it. Good night, Ryback. Seth hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. No, wait a minute. What? Ryback just kicked out of the curb stomp. Nobody kicks out of the curb stomp, and here's Ryback. Ryback kicked out of it. The only person in the past who's ever kicked out of the curb stomp is Triple H, and that's Triple H. You know, Ryback. I don't know how he did it, but he's still in this matchup. Seth can't believe it, and there's a powerbomb into the turnbuckle. Seth Rollins, he's not wasting any time. He's not playing any games. He's looking to finish Ryback off right here, right now, and 3. No, another kick out by Ryback. Are you kidding me? What does Seth have to do to keep this man down? And this is what I was talking about. It takes a lot to keep Ryback down, to keep him off his feet for a 3 count. As Ryback, look at this. Oh, counter by Seth. Seth able to take him down. As there's a forearm to the face. Seth, you know, he's running out of options. I mean, what more does he have to do to put Ryback down here? He's got him up. Oh, wait, counter. Counter by Ryback. And a back suplex. Ryback with a nice counter. Oh, and now Ryback, you can see he's feeling it. The WWE Universe knows what's coming next. There's a clothesline. Ducks underneath a clothesline attempt from Rollins. Back body drop. Rollins goes down. Back to his feet now, Ryback. Spine buster. Spine buster taking down Seth Rollins. And Ryback to the corner. Oh, here we go. Feed me more. He's looking for the meat hook. Clothesline. And down goes Seth Rollins. Ryback hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. No! Now it's Seth Rollins' turn to kick out. And Ryback has defeated many an opponent with that meat hook clothesline before. And you could see a bit of shock on Ryback's face that Seth kicked out. But Seth with a counter. He takes Ryback down. Oh, look at this. A roll-through attempt. No, wait a minute. Seth again. Roll through into the super kick. And he caught Ryback flush in the jaw with that one. And here's Seth now. He's setting him up, measuring him. Kick to the gut. Oh, no. Ryback's having none of that. I think Seth was looking to go for the pedigree once again. And Ryback, he is not going to let that happen. As Ryback now, Seth, you're in trouble, man. I feel sorry for you, meat hook clothesline again. Oh my God, Ryback, he has awoken. And I'd hate to be Seth Rollins right now. Seth, you're done, kid. I'm sorry. Unless you can counter what's coming next. I think this is it for Seth. And this is what happens when you cross the McMahons, buddy. You're gonna be in for a world of pain. As Ryback, he's looking to give Seth a taste of that pain right now. Marching around the ring, and he drives him through the mat with a shell shock. And that's it. Seth, very, very great fight here between these two men, but this is it. Ryback hooks the leg, and that is a 3 count. That is it, folks. The big guy reigns supreme tonight, and he conquers Seth Rollins. And not only that, but he has achieved his #1 contender status. It will be Ryback going one-on-one with Dolph Ziggler at SummerSlam for the World Heavyweight Championship. It could be poetic justice. Ryback, he won the Intercontinental Championship last year at SummerSlam. Could he perhaps win his first ever World Heavyweight Championship at SummerSlam of this year? We're going to find out. But that is it for tonight. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. And until the next one, keep on YouTubing.